Hey folks, it's Mangrel. Welcome back to the channel. I'm doing a bit of a downgrade on my AvionRC Ikon 2.8. This is a super lightweight 2.8 inch sub 250 gram quad. I did do a in-depth review of this a few months ago, and in that video I did use my O4 Pro air unit, my Decased super lightweight air unit. And in this video I want to try using the O4 Lite along with that Flywoo wide angle lens to see if this gives us acceptable performance. Now I should say that right off the bat here, I'm pretty skeptical of this kind of setup, and that's because I haven't had the best experience with the O4 Lite camera. The air unit has been bulletproof. This air unit in here, you can see it's all dented up, and that's my original air unit from launch time. But the camera is always very lackluster and just never seems very good. I've tried many different lenses. I've even tried a full-size O3 camera lens. It's never good enough. Now, I can understand that some of you out there perhaps can't get a O4 Pro air unit given stock situation, or maybe the O4 Pro is just out of your price range. So let's see if this will give us something that we can live with. I did go ahead and do a custom 3D print here to allow us to fit this camera into this particular quad. I'll give you links to all the parts I use, all the 3D prints in the video description. And this is the wide angle lens set I'm referring to. Now this wide angle lens set comes with many different kinds of attachments and fitments, things that make a O4 Lite air unit become super hefty and super heavy. I've tried to make this as light as possible by using the smallest attachment, which ends up looking like this. Now there are many instructional videos on how to actually install the Flywoo wide angle attachment. So rather than me trying to fumble around and show you how to do that, just go look at their video. There's not much more value I can add. So we'll start with an assumption that you've already installed this onto your O4 Lite camera. Looking more closely at the upper deck, you can see how I've got the O4 Lite installed. Pretty much installed, no different than the O4 Pro, except smaller and lighter. Now, out of curiosity, let's see how much this weighs. So air unit with the camera getup is 12.88 grams. Let's add in our antenna. 15.68 grams, ready to go. Now let's compare that with our O4 Air Unit Pro with a Flywoo antenna and an SD card slot. Air unit, 12.26 grams. Add in the camera, exactly 24 grams. So if my math is correct, we've saved about 9 grams. Not too bad. Now quad by itself, doing a weight check, weighs 125 grams. If we add in our GMB 650 high volt 4-cell battery ready to fly, we are looking at 195 grams, sub 200 gram build. It's Mangrel for the future. Before you power on your quad, make sure you look at the details of your DJI connector on the flight controller. There are some flight controllers such as the JHM-Q, which actually outputs a regulated voltage on the DJI connector. So this one actually does a 10 volt regulated output, which is perfect for our DJI O4 Lite. Now there are other flight controllers like the Happymodel Super F405, which just outputs direct battery voltage, which if you're flying a 4S or a 6S quad, the DJI O4 Lite, it can only support up to 3S. So you want to make sure that you're giving the DJI O4 Lite the proper voltage. Again, maximum is 3S. To establish a good baseline, we're going to do a flight on the O4 Pro air unit using the standard color profile. And that's because the O4 Lite only supports the standard color, and we want to have a really good apples to apples comparison. As we're flying around here with the O4 Pro, everything looks great. Everything looks as expected. The field of view seems just right at 16:9. And as I fly around in this field here, you can see that the trees out in the distance have really good detail. And also, as I'm flying in this shaded tree area, the shadows seem really good, and the camera is very quick to adjust between the brighter sections and the tree covered sections. And I'm also not seeing any kind of weird camera artifacting. So there's no lens flare, there's no vignetting. Everything seems great and seems as expected, given that the Pro is more expensive and also more capable. For the first flight on the O4 Lite, we're flying this at 16:9 without image stabilization. And right off the bat, I'm seeing a couple of things that's quite disappointing. The first is the field of view. Yes, it's a lot wider than the original lens, but it's still not very natural. The O4 Pro had a wide field of view, but that field of view was very usable and didn't really have any kind of fisheye in there. With this Flywoo lens, as I'm doing some of these freestyle maneuvers, I'm getting a weird fisheye behavior or a little bit of a fisheye happening in some points of the maneuver. And also the wide field of view doesn't seem as wide, or maybe it's just the fisheye that's throwing me off. It doesn't seem as usable as the O4 Pro. I'm also seeing quite a bit of lens flare. So as I'm flying towards the sun, I'm getting that reflection of that lens flare happening. Did not have that behavior on the O4 Pro. The other thing to be mindful of, and this is going to happen because of the less capable camera on the O4 Lite. The O4 Lite has a smaller image sensor, less detail, so it's naturally going to happen. But as I'm flying here with the O4 Lite, take a look at the actual tree line. You can see that there's a lot less detail in those far away objects. Also, as I'm flying around in the tree-covered area where there's more shade and more shadow detail, unfortunately, we're not getting as much coming through with the O4 Lite. So when I'm flying in that area, I have to slow down just to double check that there's no one walking in that area. All of this was just second nature. It happened very naturally on the O4 Pro, whereas here on the O4 Lite, I have to really pause and think about it. So not the best experience. Definitely flyable, definitely better than the stock lens, but not the greatest. For the next flight, I wanted to try out the image stabilization, and just so you're aware, the goggle view, so the view that has all the on-screen display elements like the battery voltage, that view is always unstabilized. The stabilization happens in the recording that's on the air unit itself. So just look out for those two. And as I'm cruising around, the stabilization seems to work okay. You lose a lot of your field of view, which is as expected. Where we run into issues though is when we start to really push the quad, we start to go full throttle. That's where we get some shakes and wobbles and very jittery kind of shakes happening in the stabilized image. I think I don't have enough vibration isolation in my custom design mount, but not a good experience here with image stabilization, which I question why you would even use image stabilization on the O4 Lite, given how much field of view you end up losing. So again, not the best experience. For the third flight, we're gonna fly the O4 Lite in 4x3 without image stabilization. And as I'm flying this around, this feels like a very natural kind of experience. This is probably as close as I've been able to get with the O4 Lite compared to the O4 Pro. Flying this around feels great. I'm able to actually focus more on flying versus trying to manage all the weird artifacts and managing the field of view. I'm not seeing as much of the fisheye experience here with the 4x3. And now I'm actually able to enjoy the benefits of the O4 Lite, which is that lighter weight. And the quad is performing great. Now there's three things that we can't resolve by changing settings on the O4 Lite. First one, we're still getting our lens flare. That's the nature of the Flywoo lens, unfortunately. We're also still seeing a lack of detail in the distant objects. We're still seeing a lack of detail in some of those shadow dark areas. And that's the nature of the O4 Lite camera with the smaller sensor. Can't do anything about that. But given the price, given the weight, it seems like 4x3 unstabilized is a decent compromise that should hopefully make most folks happy with. So hopefully next video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and stay tuned for more videos.